Hi, Ceramics 2 and 3. This presentation is about artists working in a series. And for you, also with a theme. This is going to be the next project for you for Pinch. So what is a series? A series can be described as working on more than one singular artwork and also working in a similar style and medium. Medium means material. There is usually repetition of themes and other compositional effects. For your learning targets, we are going to do the following. I can use the pinch technique to construct my artwork. I can create at least 5 pieces in my series. I can create my series as I also explore a theme. And I can design my artwork with using at least 2 of the 5 decorative techniques. What is a theme? The theme in a story or an artwork is this underlying message or big idea. In other words, what the critical belief about life is the artist or author trying to convey in the artwork. This belief or idea transcends cultural barriers. It is usually universal in nature. When a theme is universal, it touches on the human experience regardless of race or language. It is what the story or artwork means. Creativity takes courage. This was quoted by artist Henry Matisse. Getting started. Stage 1. Think of a theme that you could create a series of pinch projects from. Brainstorm creating a theme. Also curate at least 10 images of ceramic artworks in a series. Once you complete that, what we'll do is go to stage 2. For stage 2, you need to sketch or visually brainstorm what you can do for your series. How many are you going to create? Are you going to create 5? Or are you going to create more? Please sketch this out. Once you've completed that, we'll move on to stage 3. When you have thought out and sketched your series with a theme, you can begin creating your artwork in clay using the pinch construction technique. Examples of ceramics artworks in a series. So please look at these because you will be having to create your own collection. So you'll find 10 ceramic artworks made in a series. So what you'll see is this variety of images are very small pinch pieces made, and sometimes these are not even on a horizontal surface, they're on a vertical surface. And many small pieces compose one large artwork. You can think like that, or you can think fewer. So this would be a series of vessels. What unifies them is the black and white and their overall form. This is a series of bowls that is hung up vertically. And this is one of the things that you're going to see with a lot of ceramic artists is that they tend to start putting their stuff on walls. Again, the circles are different sizes, they're different colors, but that circular motif is really the theme that holds all this together, and plus the very bright colors used on the work. This is a series of 3. This is done with slab, and it has a very square base, and then it has a little bit more organic stuff going on with the flowers. This series is done, and I'm probably going to say that this is cast ceramics, but here we see a large amount of pieces put together, and it really makes an interesting series when it is displayed on the wall. Just one of these by themselves would not be that interesting, but putting everything together makes it much more visually interesting. This is another large wall installation. All these pieces have been hand coiled and pinched, and we see a lot of variety of color. This little series, and it's very small, are hand-thrown bowls and then a little pinch form dog species or type of dog on each of the lids. And then the color starts sort of changing from dark to light. This is another wall series where these are small pieces. I don't know how they are constructed. They could be cast, pinched, just assembled in many different ways, but the roundness of each sculpture and the bright colors really helps unify this theme. This is a really interesting theme, which is sort of taking aluminum pop cans and creating them in something that is sort of revered as very traditional ceramics. And what is that trying to say? So the artist uses the pop can in many types of poses. So each form is a little bit different, but the overall blue and white design creates a very unified theme. Dave Hicks has a still life sculpture series, and this is actually hung from the wall by a series of cables. And each of these is very organic, and the organic shapes tend to repeat several times over. This is very similar to what we would have done or maybe that you did do in Ceramics 1, which is spheres. And each of these is designed in a different way, but what keeps it as a theme is the repetition of the form. This artist works in a series, and she uses sort of skeletons of sea creatures as an inspiration, and she even installed this series at a beach. This is a close-up of a series that is threaded onto a metal rod. Each of these have been pinched out of clay, and they're unified in their theme by a very natural color scheme, and it's also supposed to represent bones. This is a series of very modern but very functional pieces. What unifies them is a very similar color scheme, and everything is very soft and sort of softly rounded geometric shapes. This piece is a branch that spreads out, has repetitive blue spheres behind it that contain the foliage of this branch. So this is another wall series that this artist did. This artist uses the repetition of ceramic frames and then puts a series or an object in each one of them to create a whole composition made out of very small pieces. So here's a review of what you need to do. I would like you to curate 10 images of ceramic works in a series. I found 15. You can at least find 10. Look for a Google Classroom assignment. Number 2, brainstorm the theme that you could use for your pinch series. Write this list down. If you need help with brainstorming, there is an attached Google link to a whole list of themes kind of dreamed up by art teachers. Number 3, think about how many objects you will create for your series. You need to do at least 5. Do this while you're sketching your series. Please take a picture of this and you're going to turn it into a Google Classroom assignment. Number 4, when you get the okay from me in Google Classroom assignment feedback, you can begin to work on your pinch project. Take your time, think about craftsmanship and doing something that's going to push yourself to think creatively. If you have any questions during the process of working on this series or this theme, please feel free to reach out to me either in our Zoom meetings or in Google Classroom feedback, or you can just go ahead and email me. So good luck. Read through these directions again, and I hope you do well on your series.